So currently, this is my kitchen. It's a quite straightforward kitchen. I have a washing machine, a fridge, cooking hubs, but I'm still missing a dishwasher, a bigger fridge, and even an oven. The goal is to change it up, modernize it, make it nicer, and really make it my own. So I want to make sure that in this small space, I have the best kitchen possible. I've looked online for kitchen. I even looked to buy a kitchen secondhand, but found nothing to my liking. So I decided that there's no other way. I'm gonna have to put some money in this.
Shut up and take my money!
And if it's gonna cost money, I wanna make sure that it's exactly how I want it. And that's where our good old Swedish friend comes into play, IKEA. They have this great platform where you can design your own kitchen, really design it from scratch. So that's what I started to do. And after hours and hours of designs, contemplating which color I wanted it to be, which material I wanted to use, I actually ordered it.
Nice.
And now that I've ordered the kitchen, the only thing I have to do is wait for it to arrive and get rid of the old one. So I have two options to get rid of this kitchen. The first, put it on Marketplace and try to sell it. Listed it at 200 euros and had my fingers crossed the whole time expecting it to be sold. After 2 weeks, it didn't sell. So I listed it for cheaper, which was basically €0, where the only condition is you dismantle it and you take it home. And still, nobody wanted it. So it left me with the second option, which is basically to dismantle it and throw it out. However, I still kind of need it as my kitchen is only arriving on Friday. This means I still have to cook and eat the rest of the week. So we'll do it piece by piece. I'll start off by taking out the top shelves, and then only on Friday I'll take off the bottom shelf. So let's move everything that's on the top cupboards down to the bottom cupboards, and let's start dismantling the kitchen. I've got plenty of junk. Okay, everything's moved. So let's start taking out the top shelves. First one out. This is a bit more tricky than I thought. I'm trying to be careful, but it's not really budging. Okay, so the tile broke. Neatly take it off now. That was way harder than expected. Woo. Woo. So yeah, that's the top shelves taken out. Now we're gonna go toss them in the dumpsters. So it's Friday. The kitchen arrives in a few hours or minutes. The new kitchen is there. Let's start dismantling. For some reason the sink isn't turning off, so I'm gonna go close it at the main water source. And playing with water, always have a bucket just in case. There we go. That's also. Yeah, that's the kitchen dismantled. Now we're just gonna toss everything out. So we're gonna clean up a bit, put the missing hardwood floor, and then start building the kitchen, attach it, and get it done. I was gonna cut my piece of wood, but ran out of battery. Let's just have a coffee, because it's gonna be a long day. Always read the instructions. Reinforcements have arrived. So we're putting this cabinet up first. It's gonna hold the fridge, and we're gonna work around it and install the rest. So right now we are building 3-phase plug, which is gonna be used to connect the hub to the electricity grid. And then we're gonna start working on the plumbing and all the rest. It took a lot of time to get started, a few U-turns, change of direction, but we are getting going. Cabinets are built. Now it's kind of an understanding what is the best way to put them. So in the process of building the kitchen, we've realized that there's more obstacle than planned for. The first one being the connection to water. It's going to be tricky to do a connection for the dishwasher, sink, and washing machine. And then the second is A lot of piping means a lot of space. So we're gonna move all the cabinets 12 centimeters in front to potentially give us a free working space behind. So yeah, this is gonna be a bit more construction than initially planned, but thank God I've got my father here to help me. So this is the MacGyver build that we're doing to have all the room back here for the pipes. That should really open it up and make it easier for us to, yeah, do the plumbing, electricity, and whatnot. Old washing machine connection gone. Beep, beep.
We will have to take this DN50 all the way to here to be in the center of the sink.
More plumbing. So continuing the plumbing journey, we'll attach these little faucets for the water connections to go to. We'll then just need to put a T for it to connect underneath, and then we'll be able to have running water for both the machines, the washing machine and the dishwasher. So the connection is here. We're gonna put some valves so you can open and close it basically. And then to connect it, here we're gonna put a T so the water source can go through here and continue it on its way to the washing machine, but also stop at the dishwasher. That's what all the fuzz was about. Voilà. Bend. Et au pire, je coupe. Et avant, sur le côté. So when you're doing pipes connection, don't forget to put ETFE, which allows you to have more waterproof connection between your output and your input. That's the plumbing done. We've placed the countertop. All the plumbing is back here. I'll show you in a sec. And so with an L, we managed to put this plywood wood to cover it up so there's no gap. We will start to cut the hole for the hub and the sink. We're first going to draw it out and then cut it. We're going to drill holes to be able to start with the jump saw. And that's the hub taken out. After cutting out the hole for the sink and the hub, put the countertop in place by screwing it in. We got 3-phase wiring that we're going to connect to the cooking hub. We're going to connect it, connect back the plug. Voilà. So, moral of the story, IKEA furniture, easy to build. IKEA kitchen, hard to build. And that's the kitchen done. Well, sort of.
Wait a minute!
Yeah, it's not completely done. I still need to do a few things. So the fridge door wasn't delivered with everything else. So I still have to wait for that to be delivered and then install it, as well as finish setting up the dishwasher and covering it up with its panel. I still have to do the silicone joints around the sink. During the demolition, we broke off these 5 tiles, so we're gonna have to replace them. But also, the workstation of the kitchen has been extended, which basically means that all of this isn't tiled. So the goal is to tile everything. Tiling is a pain in the ass and is expensive. 2 options. The first, tile the whole thing and put in the money and amount of work into it. The second is take out all the tiles that are currently there and get those sticky tiles that you always see on TikTok and Instagram and use those to cover it up. But in the meantime, I can already fully enjoy the new kitchen. So today is D-Day. I'm gonna put the new tiles. So first, I have to clean out this surface where there's still the glue from the previous tile. Take out this one, which is broken. Make sure here that the grout is completely removed. Cut off the wallpaper here. The goal is to be extremely careful because I don't want to break any existing tiles. Okay, it's now all clean. For that, I'm going to use my trusted Stanley. Okay, that's the wallpaper done. So I'm gonna start a tile. I'm a bit nervous, but I've got my little scraper, I got my spacer, and I've got my adhesive. So let's give it a shot. I'm gonna do all this part now, but I'm gonna have to cut some few tiles, so I'm just gonna measure that first. Checking if it fits. But I got this Jolie plug in the way, so that means more cut. That's all the tiling done. Now we're gonna put the grout, bucket, grout, or mixer. And that's the tiling job done. Thank God Dana was there to help me out in the end. There's a few imperfections in my tiling job, but I'm kind of happy of how it turned out for a first time. And now I'll just do the silicone joints where they need to be done.
What happens when you bring a that even bigger? Shouldn't get a house.
Yeah. Like. No, that's my switch. And that's it.
And maybe. Oh my God.
Worse in 3 months.
For you. Or that. Make sure to download new features be in the description below.
Products.
What's going on?
Amazon a lot.
And the kitchen is officially finished. Let me show you around. I still need a fridge door to arrive. That's just a minor detail in what was a huge undertaking. I couldn't be happier as to how it turned out. This was definitely my biggest project. So I'm super grateful it happened, but also super happy it's done.